if we were to go ahead and schedule this, what would be better, the 10th or the 17th? And she might say the 17th, and I'll say, okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and plug you in for the 17th right now, and then I'm going to follow up with you tomorrow to make sure that that's clear on your calendar. How does that sound? And boom, we just schedule the party. You know, you're the professional, and the other thing, if you haven't already done it yet, you need to break down your calendar for the month of August. I know you've already got vacation time on there. I know you've already got your kids' schedules on there. I know you've already got your work schedule on there. Why do you not have your It Works time on there? Are you waiting for someone else to fill it for you? No, you can't do that. You have to schedule the days you want to work It Works, then find the people to fill those holes. Okay? Because if you just wait, then it's all going to be piled at the end of the month. You're going to be stressed out. You need to go ahead and be proactive with that and schedule out those 5 to 10 appointment days or times that you want to fill, and then you can go fill them up. You know, we don't make up the steps to success as we go along. We already have the sheet in front of us every single month that we want to fill out. You've got 4 holes on top with your first 4 loyal customers. Then you have 3 holes on the bottom with your 3 distributors that each get their 2 loyal customers. You already know what it looks like. You got to go fill the holes. So it's got to be the same thing with your calendar. Bring your calendar out tonight and schedule the days and the times that you want to work, and then work the next week on filling those up. What do you say when someone tells you no? I said no 3 times, okay? So the girl kept asking, and I am assuming that you're asking about for becoming a distributor. And I message people even randomly, you know, and I'll say, I know you told me no a couple months ago, but if circumstances ever change, just let you know I'm your rap girl and I'm here to help out. And, you know, make fun and, you know, continue that friendship. We're definitely a friendship business. And, you know, if Nikki had stopped at my very first no, I don't know where I would be today. I really, really don't know where I would be. You know, so 3 no's to Nikki, and she kept asking. And I'm forever grateful that she kept asking. So be grateful too, because I bet some of you, and you can nod your heads and I can see you, I bet some of you said no your first time too, you know. All right, there's 1, 2, look, there's 4 no's, right? You have 5 no's. So why, I mean, look, there's Melissa. She said no, okay? So a no is just a not right now. Now, a restraining order, or if they defriend you on Facebook, maybe that's a real no, and you would want to stop at that point. But until it gets to that point, just keep asking, you know, and you just build those friendships and, you know, make your prospect list and just let them see how amazing your life is. And they're going to be running to you really, really soon. Oh, I love this question.
I'm back. I'm just going to do it from my phone, so I am back.
All right. Okay. So, oh, you're the one who asked. How do you deal with the? I
know. I love your answer. So I had to ask, and I know there's some people on here that have unsupported spouses, or maybe their spouses don't want to work the business, which is okay. And you just explain it perfectly. So I'll let you go.
All right. We'll do it with spouses or significant others. Okay. So there is, you know, some real psychology in dealing with this. Okay. All right. Y'all brace yourselves for this. It's a water break. Now, I learned this in photography school, okay? Men know how to relate to 3 things, okay? Money, food, and sex, okay? So does anybody have a man that relates on a higher power than that? Kudos to you, okay? So your significant other, whomever. So basically, when you're first in this business, if you do not have a supportive spouse, that is very, very common. So do not feel like that you're in no man's land and that nobody else has ever dealt with the situation that you're dealing with your spouse or your significant other, because you're not alone. There's a lot of people in that situation. A couple different things that are happening in his brain that he's not having the ability to verbalize to you. Number 1, it's the thought process of she's having fun without me. Or 2, this is a hobby and it's costing us money. Or 3, she's going to grow past me and go away. So there's a couple of different fear things and crazy psychotic things that's going on in the brain with that. So I need you to internalize and know that that's the kind of things that they might or might not be thinking. So how do you counteract that? Number one, if you are not making a lot of money yet, you might be spending a little bit of money, and you might be having some long nights, talking to us on the computer or going out to do a wrap party, and he doesn't know who you're with or what you're doing or when you're going to be home. So there's some things that you can do to combat that. Number one, have food for him that he can eat or have prepared in 5 seconds or less. Leave the food on the table with the fork and the napkin and everything laid out ready to go, or have your mama, if she lives close by, have dinner food for him ready to go. The other thing is when you get home from an It Works event, you just got to give it to him, okay? You just got to give it up. If you're tired or he's asleep or whatever's going on, you just got to come in that house and give it to your man, okay? Or whoever you're with. You just got to love on that person. So they're getting food and they're getting sex. 2 of those needs are met. And after a little bit of while, it's called Pavlov's Law. And if you've ever seen that show, The Big Bang Theory, where Penny's giving Sheldon chocolates. When Penny does something good, oh, look, Mary's laughing. She's seen it. She knows exactly what I'm talking about. So Penny gets chocolates every time she does something that Sheldon likes. So what's going to happen with your spouse is he's getting food and sex when you get to do something that you like to do and you're enjoying. And it's really helping the family, but he doesn't know it yet. Now, you can let all that go when you get the first comma in your check. Because it's when you get to that check that's like 1,000 plus that the guys normally catch on and go, holy cow, there really is something to this. This is exciting, and this is something that I want to be a part of. So if you're struggling with that non-supportive spouse, you can do one of 2 things. You can do the food and sex and then, get to your comma, or you can bring these spouses or these family members to any corporate event because they're going to catch the excitement. They're going to catch the power. They're also going to see that it's not some kind of crazy thing and it's all just a bunch of women, having a party. They're going to see the power of this business, and they're going to also see that men are very involved now and really growing strong within this company. One of my best leaders and fastest growing leaders right now is a single man. So he is amazing. I don't know if you ever see Nicholas Kemp's. He's got the famous long red beard. But he is on my team and just killing it. So, no matter where you are, you can grow your business and no matter what you've got going on. But if you need some help in that spousal support area, try to love on them and give them some attention. I know at our house still, even at this point, sometimes I have to put my phone down and, just focus on them just a little bit. And, whether that be at dinner time or do a date night, I now recommend, and if you're working on that calendar, that you just go ahead and schedule every 15th of the month for the rest of your life to be date night. It's a way to celebrate your business. It's a way to celebrate with your spouse or your significant other, and just schedule something special on the 15th that you can celebrate Commission Day and that you can celebrate the excitement and the journey that you're going to be taking with It Works Global. Okay.
I have another question here. It was messaged to me. So what do you do, or how do you continue to follow up, or someone is getting a little discouraged because they always get that distributor that says, I'm going to sign up, and then it goes to come that day, and then they're like, nope, next week. And then next week comes around and they're like, nope, not ready, next week, that sort of a thing. So how do you deal with that? What do you suggest to that person who's getting that?
Well, most of the time when it's that kind of situation, it's money. They just don't have the money. And coming from being a person that didn't have the money, I understand that. So you could talk them through it if you're close enough friends with them, and you could say, like, okay, so I'm dealing with a girl right now in this exact same situation. Her name is Emily. Well, Emily at first didn't have the money. Then Emily got pregnant, and then Emily lost her job, and then Emily is now, stay-at-home mom with no job and a brand new baby. So Emily wants to do It Works, but she doesn't have the money. And she keeps saying, it's going to be next week. It's going to be when I get my tax check. It's going to be when I get my job back. It's going to be. So I know that Emily is going to eventually join, and I just have to love her, encourage her, and support her through it. Some of the things that I could recommend to Emily would be, Emily, do you know 4 people that love you enough to give you $25? You know, Emily would, you know, I think the pre-selling the wrap thing is, you know, beneficial for some people, and there are some leaders that have done that and been successful with it. But for me, I just feel like the people that they would sell those wraps to are going to just be willing to give them the money anyway. Or, for example, I use my Power Bill money. Or I have a presidential on my team, and she, no lie, took her husband's Xbox and pawned it. She took her husband's Xbox to the pawn store and pawned it, and that's how she joined the company. You know, but she's now a presidential diamond. So it was a no excuses kind of situation. Now, it took her a week to figure it out, but she did it. So the main thing to do is to keep following up with those people, because if you've been in long enough, sometimes those people fall through the cracks, and you really, really, really don't want to ever walk in to a conference or an event and see a person on stage that you were following up with, but you dropped the ball and stopped following up, and somebody else came in and scooped them up when they had the money and they made that decision. So don't give up on anybody, ever, ever, ever. You know, work with them. I had a girl that baked cakes to get the money. I had another girl that had 2 yard sales to get the money. We had a girl last Saturday have a garage sale, and she got $56 from the garage sale. So she's going to do it again this Saturday so she can get the rest of the money to get in. So keep following up with those people. And if they're local to you, recommend that they have a party. Because, you know, if you can get the commitment out of them to have a party, it can be really beneficial. Because if it's not a money issue, it could possibly be a confidence issue. And they're a little bit scared as far as that's concerned. And they're looking either for an out because they don't have the self-confidence to follow up with it. But continuing to follow up is key. And be sure that you're charting this somehow in a notebook or a binder or on the notepads on your phone, you know, in a planner, writing down people's names on dates that they say. And I'll always say, you know, well, when can I follow up with you? When are you going to be ready? And if she says, I'm going to be ready on the 17th, I will say, so I can call you on the 17th and we can get you plugged in on that day, you know, and ask it as a question. And then you're on the 17th, call and say, hey, you told me on the 17th to call you and you're going to be ready to go. Let's go. Now, Black Diamond Stephanie Dunn takes a little bit step further. She goes ahead and gets all of their information. And if they say, okay, I'm going to sign up next week on payday, and she said, all right, well, give me all your information and we're going to run it on, you know, Friday. And she gets their name, their address, their social security number, their birthday, their email. You know, she gets all the information, including the credit card number. And she's like, okay, on the 17th, we're putting you in, or on Friday, we're putting you in. And boom, it's done. You know, she's asked for that permission, and she's got the information to go ahead and enroll those people. So follow up and don't stop.
That's awesome. I do at parties like that sometimes too. You know, if they're like, I don't have $3 in my bank account right now. Okay, great. Well, when do you want me to run this? Write the date in the top right corner, and then boom, you send it over.
Yeah, exactly.
I know if you guys don't know, we do have a video on our YouTube channel on how to get started with little to no money out of pocket. Send that to them, watch it yourself, give them some ideas, follow up, like she said, track it. Yeah, the kids are climbing in the back.
How about whoever it is has the little white dog? The little white dog.
Oh, Shannon. Yeah. Okay, so keep following up, track it, but keep adding to the pipeline. How many people do you have like that keep saying they're going to join on a list somewhere, Alicia?
Me?
Yeah.
18.
18. Okay, so you have 18. So are you just going to keep following up with those 18, or are you going to follow up with them and continue adding to your pipeline?
And every time we have something, I'll keep adding to my pipeline. Now, on my prospects list on Facebook, and have you guys done list yet? Have you done a training on how to do list on Facebook? Okay. So on my prospect list on Facebook, it's right at like 200 people. So I'm making posts daily that you guys, none of you guys will ever see, because it only goes to those prospects. So there's I think there's like 189 people the last I looked. But like people that have said, I'm going to do this, just keep, I've got to get the money, or I've got to do this. I've got them written down on a piece of paper that's in my planner that there's 18 names on it. And I know that right offhand because I was just working with them. But anytime anything new, special, or something changes, I message them. So you think about it, in the last 3 weeks, they've gotten 3 messages because of all the excitement and the new stuff that's going on. Today we've got a $5,000 bonus. Last week we had the opportunity, for double cruise points. The week before that we had the double wrap incentive. So they're getting messaged from me right now, typically about once a week. Now, do they ever occasionally block me, unfriend me? Yeah, they do. And at that point, you just let it go. But until then, you keep on keeping on. I had a girl sign last week. Her name is Crystal. And Crystal and I have been talking and going back and forth for 7 months. She would ask me a question, and then she would go silent. It was crickets. If I could show you the feed of where I've sent her message and sent her message and sent her message, sometimes she would react, and sometimes she'd talk with me, and sometimes there would be post where there was no response back. And then finally Crystal said, just let's do it. I'm going for it. And, she enrolled last week. So, you just keep following up with those people and keep them on the list. Cammie did a training with us on Friday, and she said pretty much the same thing as I'm saying to you right now. So if a black diamond is telling me that I'm doing the right thing, I feel confident in sharing that with you guys, that you just keep on messaging them. And I want you to take the attitude that this is a customer service. This is not you're bothering or, just harassing someone to death. You are offering them the opportunity to make money, change their life, and help other people. So you have to take that mindset that, this is not about you, it's about them and the people's lives that they're going to touch as well. They don't realize the power of this business yet. It's your job to convey that message and to get that to them so they can learn and they can grow and they can see the power of what's available to them. So you keep reminding and you keep messaging and you don't ever give up.
So Shannon asked, is black diamond the highest rate? Do you want to explain what a black diamond is real quick?
Oh, I gladly will do that. You don't want to talk about this a lot because people don't believe you. So the income chart, and it goes distributor, executive, ruby, emerald, diamond, double diamond, triple diamond, presidential diamond, ambassador diamond. Okay, all of those ranks you earn by positioning and charting and growth. Now, the rank of black diamond is earned by income. And how you earn black diamond is you have commissions on your spot of over $100,000 a month for 6 consecutive months. Okay? So, for example, if my commissions were $100,000 for 6 months in a row, even at presidential, I would be promoted to the rank of black diamond. And black diamond gets a $100,000 bonus. You get flown to Florida in the corporate jet. They do a movie about you. They take you shopping. You get to spend a weekend on the island with Mark and Pam. And so it's a big, big, big deal. And so far we have right now 3 active black diamonds in the company. And the first one was Cammie Dempsey. And then we have Joel and Stephanie Dunn, my friends. And then my enroller, who is Denise Walsh. And you think about the backgrounds of all these people. Denise and Brandon were highly educated professionals. Denise was a psychologist and Brandon was an aerospace engineer. But then Joel and Stephanie, they had some rental properties and ran a Curves gym until it went bankrupt. And they literally were in financial despair and had to sell their couch, you guys, to start this business. They sold their couch to buy their kit, and now they're black diamonds with the company. And Cammie was a high school biology teacher, no, math teacher. She was a math teacher and a basketball coach. And now these people are making over $100,000 a month. And that's how you achieve the rank of Black Diamond. Now, I share that on occasion, and we talk about it as distributors, but sometimes I don't talk about that with prospects, because if I approached you and said, oh, you're going to earn $100,000 a month, you know, red flags go up and people go, she's joking, that's not possible, you know, and that could send some people running. But it is possible. And I'll tell you something else, and Pam has never lied to me. The founder of our company, Pam Souter, said, Alicia, our compensation plan as it sits now is set up that you can earn $1 million a month with this company. And I know that there have been some people that have earned over $200,000 a month already with the company. And I know that they fully intend on this being $1 million monthly income for people in the future. And as we continue to grow, and as we also branch into other countries, that will happen, because nothing Pam has ever told me has not come true. So know that it'll be happening, and know that you're going to be a part of that opportunity and that potential, because we are now, I was on a FaceTime with Mark on Friday, and he said, you know, we've talked about being beyond a billion for a long time. And he said, but now with the projection and the growth that we're seeing over the course of the next 5 to 10 years, we're going to be beyond billions, beyond billions. And what that means is where you are now is at the threshold of that, with the ability to earn unlimited income. And the thing to do is to focus. Focus on completing those steps to success each and every month, to doing your parties and to sharing this product. And don't hide behind your computer, you guys. The fastest growing people right now are doing this business again, belly to belly, just like we did 5 years ago. So a great balance of doing the computer work, but also getting out there belly to belly is super important right now. And be sure to not miss the boat on that.
Okay, let's go ahead and end with 2 last questions. One kind of goes back to the unsupported spouse. So, like, how do you handle unsupported family members? And then the last question will be kind of, what does a day in the life of you look like as far as income producing activities?
So that's important. Yeah. So, and my computer's about to die too, so I'm going to have to talk fast. Unsupported family members, and I'll give you a great example. My parents didn't want anything to do with this until my husband went diamond. And when my husband went diamond, my dad handed me his credit card and said, okay, I guess if he can do it, I can do it too. So the best way to deal with unsupported family members is you just be successful and show them, okay? You're never going to be to talk them in to supporting you. They have to make that decision on their own, okay? And by doing so, it's just like the presidential election right now. In my opinion, neither one of those candidates are worthy of my vote, okay? But they're just going to have to show me that they can take care of our country and, you know, prove that to me. So I think that you have to show them, because you're never going to be able to talk them into it. So be sure to be strong, be consistent, because people are waiting on you to fail or fly. All right? And then they're going to say, I told you so, either way that you go. Okay? So fly. You know, be a success. Soar. And as soon as you're soaring, really soaring, they're going to jump on board. You know, I've been in for 5 years. My sister, and I only have one sister. She's 4 years younger than me. She's married to a pathologist. She has her master's degree in creative writing. And, you know, they make hella money, but I make as much as they do, and he went to school for like a gazillion years. But she called me this week, this Friday, and told me she thinks she might be ready to try our products. And I've been in for 5 years. Okay?
That's so crazy. That's so crazy.
And I've given her greens for Christmas. They're still in her cabinet. They've never been opened. But she's reading some book, and the book is talking about protein shakes and greens products. And so she finally called me to ask me about the products, and she might use them. Now, the other thing, a day in the life of me. I have people call me all the time, can I just come hang out with you all day? And I'm be like, you would be so bored. You would hate your day with me. So an average day, if there is such a thing, I get up about 7:30, you know, and really I like to try and finish my day by noon. And I'll do my emails, my correspondence, some posting, and scheduling. I do any kind of interaction that I need to do. And I also spend about 15 or 20 minutes picking up my house. I leave cleaning for other people because that doesn't make me any money. And I can make a lot more money enrolling distributors or helping others than I can pay the girl that comes in really cheap to do it for me. So I'll pick up my house. I don't clean my house. I'll let somebody else do that. Then I try, this is a new journey for me. I just got permission to do so from my oncologist, but since April I've been going to the gym. So one of my favorite times to go to the gym is around lunchtime, and I'm working out. And hold on a second. I need my power cord, guys. Can somebody bring me my power cord? But I just don't want to lose you guys. But I work out. Now, the thing with working out is, and taking the products, is people see that you are being a product of the product, and they also see that you're active. But also, I am now at my gym the It Works girl. Like, I wear It Works when I go in there, and I am lifting, you know, I'm bench pressing 10 pounds. Whoa, sweating it out. Bench pressing, you know, my big heavy weights, and, you know, crying because I got a cramp in my leg. But, you know, I'm the It Works girl because I, well,
while you're doing that, I'll say that I always wear my It Works stuff to the gym, especially like the hats. They're perfect because you have bad hair at the gym anyways. So.
Yeah. You know, and I'm the same. You know, I've got the hats are great, the shirts are great, and you know, I'm walking out of the gym the other day, and guys, I am like the worst shape of any human in the world. And this girl says, "Oh, are you one of the trainers here?" You know, I'm like cracking up. Like, how in the world would you mistake me for a trainer? But anyway, I ended up signing her up for cleanse on the spot, you know, because she just talked to me. You know, you have your shirt on and people just talk to you. And so, hurry, I'm going to lose power. But so I go from there, and then lunch, I love lunch. Lunch is like an occasion for me. And so I try to make lunch either with a prospect or with a distributor. So lunch is always something that I try to do and make it business or fun. So if you have the ability and you know you are full-time at works or stay-at-home mom, that works. But also if you work, you know, a full-time job, make lunch part of your It Works business and meet with prospects during that time, or meet with other distributors and have them come to you for that lunch. And even if it's short and sweet, there is always power in numbers. And if you can meet with another distributor, people are watching. And, you know, have, you know, these cups out. Or I'm a huge fan of, if I'm eating lunch, now I don't have Fat Fighter with me, but if I'm eating lunch, I pull my Fat Fighter out of my purse and set it down on the table. And so people that are walking by are looking, they want to know what that is, you know. So, you know, the power of taking products in front of other people is huge, always huge. If I'm doing a live video of any kind too, like a live Facebook live party, I take either Confianza or a Fat Fighter, or I'm drinking energy, you know, constantly. You guys, I carry around energy cans sometimes and put water in it, just so I'm drinking out of the energy can and people see me with the energy can drinking from it, so they ask questions. So then I come home, if I'm at home, and, you know, take a shower, chill out, you know, do whatever other busy work that I have to do. There you go, that's it. And then I want you to know that there's some industry statistics that most sales with our company happen, and most enrollments happen between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. So I know that's a lot of family time involved in that, But realize that even the Black Diamond Denise Walsh schedules 3 days a week that she is working from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. because she's told me that 80% of our orders and 80% of our enrollments come in during that time. So you need to be available, you need to be connected, you need to be talking to people during that time and just be available to them to answer questions or put it out there and be interacting. Now, the other thing that I don't want you to fall into is, guys, you cannot make any money talking to other It Works distributors. A lot of times people want to fill their day, oh, I've got to call my Ruby team. And you spend an hour talking to 5 different people that are on your Ruby team. Well, there's 5 hours of your day gone. And guess what? You can't sign them back up again. They're already in, all right? And you just missed 5 hours of opportunity of spending with potentials and with prospects. I will start talking with my distributors, and I realize that you guys are all going to be best friends, and you're going to be lifetime partners of crime and travel and fun and friendships and freedom. But you know what? Save that for events. And if I'm talking to someone and we start talking family, and it always happens, I'll say, oh, you know what? I've got to go. You can't make any money talking to me. Let's talk tomorrow. Click. Boom. Done. Okay? Because we can sometimes love the friendship part of this business so much that we forget to make money. So very important that you realize that you've gotten this business to make money, and you need to continue to focus on that. So another thing that I have done is implemented power hours into my life, and I'll close with this. And that is where at least 3 to 5 days a week, I honestly, this is a kitchen timer. It's in my office, okay? It's sitting here in my desk. And what I do is I divide my hour into 4 quadrants. Quadrant number 1 is 15 minutes. And I set my timer for 15 minutes. And this is time that I hardcore message prospects. If you call me, if Denise Walsh calls me, if my husband calls me, they don't get any attention during that time. Maybe if Pam or Mark called me, I would answer, but other than that, nobody else gets my attention. That 15 minutes, it is prospects only, you guys. It's message. Blah, 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 blah. And then ding, okay, the timer goes off. And you're like, whew, round 1. All right, we're done. Work it out. Go switch out the laundry if you have to. Check the crock pot. Go to the bathroom. Do whatever it is you have to do, but then get back in for your next 15-minute segment, okay? Now realize income producing was number 1 segment, finding new prospects, messaging prospects for distributors and loyal customers. Number 2 is messaging current distributors and loyal customers. And guess what? It's only 15 minutes long. So there might be some distributors that have fallen through the cracks and they don't know about the $5,000 bonus. Well, you might want to message them. Or you might have loyal customers that you haven't ever contacted about becoming a distributor. You want to follow up with them. You might have customers that don't know anything about our new, probiotics, and you might want to spend a few minutes messaging them. 15 minutes, and if one of those prospects that you were just messaging messages you back during that time, you wait. It's not time for them right now. All right? 15 minutes of current distributors and loyal customers. Then ding, your timer goes off. Now, at this point, you might have to go pick up the kids from school, or you might have to get to soccer practice, or you might have to go switch out the laundry again. If your laundry goes that fast, mine doesn't. But 15 minutes, and then you get back to the next one. And this is number 3. And this one, again, is income producing, and this is finding future opportunities for presentations. This is where I'm searching and trying to book expos. This is where I'm trying to book one-on-one appointments for opportunities or for parties. This is 15 hardcore minutes of building my business with future presentations, or to get people to come to One Team One Missions, or to get them to come to the next party. This is where you're booking and promoting events that you're going to be a part of, or looking for events. Okay? So again, something else that's income producing. Now, ding, that goes off. Shake it off. Then get into number 4. Number 4 for your power hour is 15 minutes of you time. Now, I kind of think that this needs to be a little bit longer, but I'm guesstimating that most of you lead crazy, busy, hectic lives that an hour a day might even be a stretch. So I'm asking for the hour. And this 15 minutes is your personal development. This is maybe 15 minutes where you can actually multitask and walk the dog and listen to, I can't wait to read this book, Think Like a Stripper, and listen to the book. Or
I'm telling you, you're going to love it.
I wrote it down. A couple of other good ones. If you only have 15 minutes, do the 31 days of Joel Osteen's I Declare. Speak declaration over your business, and that's a short read. Another one is Mark Hall's Thrive. These are Christian readings. If you're not wanting to do that, one that totally changed my life last year, Cammie Dempsey recommended A Miracle Morning to me. And what I did was I got on the treadmill for 15 minutes a day, just 15 minutes, because I needed my body to move, because I feel like I'm sitting so much that I got on the treadmill for 15 minutes and I listened to 15 minutes of that book every day. And that book, The Miracle Morning, was fantastic. Also, a book that I recommend that every network marketer needs to read, and the spouse, if you're looking for spousal support, is Jordan Adler's Beach Money. If you have not read that, I feel like that's a fantastic book for you to read, especially if you're new into the multi-level marketing or direct sale industry. It gives you and your family a really good understanding. And it also shows you that even people that are multi-millionaires with this company have had no shows. They've had bad days. They've had a party where they were expecting 12 people and only one person shows up. But they still went for that one person, and they still made it and became very, very successful. And it's the theme of the book, Beach Money, is, we work really, really hard now while we can, and then we enjoy that residual income while you're sitting on all the beaches of the world. So you've got 4 quadrants to this power hour. 3 of them are money income producing. And in 1 hour, if you can do this 3 to 5 times a week, will completely change the course of your business.
Thank you. I love that. I'm totally going to do power hours. My power hours were a little different. It was like, that's for me, like no interruptions. I'm not going to talk to my team, but I love the timer. And I tend to be hard on myself, and I'm like, I got to work like 8 hours today. And I think sometimes I miss out on adventures personally that could lead me to some amazing people, because Belly to Belly is so amazing. So I'm sitting there like 6 hours on the computer, and I'm like, what am I doing? That was not fun. So yeah. I love that. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. That's all I can say about that. So
and I have found lately that working, there was a group of us that went to see Bad Moms the other night. And if you have 1 or 2 girlfriends in the business, get together once a month, but make it a rule while you're there that each of one of you blitzes one person. Have a game that's incorporated into the business as part of your nightly outing. And so it's kind of cool to do that. And there's always power in numbers, guys. People look and they want to be a part, and they want to have that girlfriend time, and they want to do whatever it is that you're doing and have that lifestyle. So there's a lot of fun and a lot of adventure that you can have with that.
I love it. We're actually going to see Bad Moms on Thursday. So I was like, let's go have cocktails before. Let's be Bad Moms and then go see Bad Moms.
Our movie theater sells wine, so it was like double.
That's awesome. Well, let me check the chat just one more time. I do want to respect your time, and I really appreciate you. So I really appreciate you being on here. I love you. I can't wait to see you on the cruise. Save a little happy hour time for me, a little pool time, maybe a little, jacuzzi time, whatever. I'm so excited.
You normally find me and my husband in the casino. So.
Yeah, I know. I'm so bad. I made a degenerate gambler out of one of our friends last year. I was playing blackjack, and before you knew it, we were walking back to the room when the sun was rising. So, but yeah, casino or the show or something like that. I'm so excited for the new ship and everything. So I think my favorite part about being on the cruise is you know, rubbing belly to belly with those people that just are just working their business. And I mean, I always learn something new every day. Every time I talk to a new person in this, that's why I always go to One Team, One Missions, even though it's the same presentation every time. Like, I always learn something. So I guess that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. You know, keep learning, guys. Keep working. Please stay consistent. The compound effect will be there if you can stay consistent little by little. If you're inconsistent, the compound effect will work against you.
Absolutely.
So stay consistent. Any last words you'd like to share?
I'm good.
You're good? Awesome.
I've talked a lot tonight. I'm sorry.
I know. I was like, I know it's the longer one, and I really appreciate your time and you doing that for us. So I'll put this up on my YouTube channel. There is a break where we missed a little bit of the recording, but I was able to finally get on and record it. So it'll be kind of choppy, but it's good information, and I love it. So thank you so much again.
Oh, you guys are amazing.
All right, everybody. Have a great night.